Today we're going to be checking out this Logitech Lift Mouse. This mouse is going to be optimized for people who want a more ergonomic experience when using their mouse. So in the box, what you're going to get is the mouse, of course, and then the instruction guide on how to connect the mouse to your computer, which is printed on the packaging parts. In a quick close-up for you, this is how you connect it via Bluetooth. You just hold the button, it blinks, and you connect it. And then if you want to use the USB dongle, you plug it into your computer and then hit the on button and you're good to go. So my first impressions with this mouse is that it kind of did look like an iron on the bottom, which I found kind of funny, but it is going to have a more ergonomic design to where your hand can kind of lay like this, and that's going to allow for a more ergonomic gripping posture. I will say though, if I place my hand down and start using it, this feels really comfortable holding my hand at an angle like this in comparison to using a traditional mouse like this, when my hand is like this. I feel like there's some strain happening here for me personally, but if I switch over to this one, it just feels more comfortable in my wrist area. This feels like a more natural posture for me personally. And this mouse is going to be more optimized for people with mid to small sized hands. For large hands, you may want to consider getting something the Logitech MX Vertical, which is pretty similar to this. It has an ergonomic design, but it's much larger than the Lift. So in terms of the actual build quality, this thing feels good overall. This is going to be a rubber grip with some nice lines here that are going to allow for your thumb area and finger to really have a nice firm grip here. And then here we can see we have a lot of plastic materials which feel durable. And then you have two buttons here which can be used as a back and forth. And then up here you have a button that is programmable as well as a scroll wheel. And if we have a look on the bottom of the mouse, we can see that there is going to be the on switch. Once you flick it on, you're able to connect to your computer, and you can have up to 3 different profiles connected. To switch which profile you're connected to, you just press the button, the second profile blinks, and the third one, as it's blinking like this, all you do is you go to your Bluetooth settings on the computer, hit connect, and you're going to be good to go. Now this mouse is going to be for right-handed users, but they do sell a left-handed version if you're someone who is a left-handed user. So once you have the mouse connected, you can install the Logi Options Plus software to customize this mouse even further. So these are the controls you're going to have. This is going to be a middle mouse button. This is going to be a pointer speed adjuster. So you have 2 different profiles. If I press it, it switches between pointer speed 1 and 2. You can see the little green dot there, and it switches as I press this button in the center here. And this is going to be a really useful feature to have your mouse speeds adjust at the click of a button depending on which task you're doing. And then you can adjust these scroll speeds to go faster or slower. I'm just going to leave mine at 50% and 67%. These two felt good to me. Now if you don't want this to be a scroll speed changer, you could activate it to do something else. You can act as a gesture button. You can make it act as a middle mouse button, a keyboard shortcut, a task view, a lot of different things, smart actions, and then there's a bunch of other actions you can have over here. And then you can also customize these buttons to work in specific apps. So if you add an application, let's say you're in Google Chrome, you can click confirm, and now whatever key you modify, it's only going to work in Google Chrome. So you have your global settings and then your app specific settings. And then if you want to remove a profile, you just click the X button above the icon, click remove, and then you're back to normal mode. And then if I go to point and scroll, you can see that I can adjust some of the sensitivity settings. So the pointer speed is how fast your mouse moves as you pan around on your mouse pad. The scroll wheel, you can make it inverted or standard. That's like Windows scrolling versus Mac scrolling. And you can also have smooth scrolling, which I recommend keeping on. It just feels a little more polished when you scroll through pages. And then you can have horizontal scrolling while holding the button and scrolling at the same time. So if I hold one of these buttons, like this one up here, and then use the scroll wheel, it's gonna start scrolling left and right. But if I just press it, it's gonna act as a back and forth button. And then if you have multiple devices, you can go to easy switch and you can switch between them over here via the different profiles. And then you have flow, which allows you to copy, paste, and drag images from one computer to another. And then you have settings, and this is gonna be pretty useful if you wanna swap the left and right buttons. And then you also have device backup where you can log in and save all your settings to a mouse. This is going to be useful if you travel between different computers, restore default settings, and then remove from device. Now the batteries on this mouse are going to last you for up to 2 years, and it's going to be powered by one single AA battery. And that's going to be really great because you don't have to worry about battery life pretty much anytime. And then there's going to be a USB receiver that's stored under the mouse here, and this is a way you can connect to the computer if you don't want to use choose the Bluetooth connection option. And then the battery cover is going to be held together with these 3 magnets, and then once you place it on there, it's really easy and it holds firmly. Now here's a quick click test for y'all to hear what this thing actually sounds like. So as you can see, this thing is going to be ultra silent and you're not going to be distracting anyone around you in your environment. So this is going to be a great mouse if you're looking for something more ergonomic than a traditional mouse like the M550 that I have with me here. And again, you can see the difference between the 2 mice here. I mean, these are completely different breeds of mice. One is just symmetrical and one is designed to fit your hand like a glove. Now, if you want to learn more about the larger version of the mouse, the Logitech MX Vertical, be sure to click the video up here. And with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.